ExamsNet. Welcome to the question series of ExamsNet. Students, you must have explored our website www.examsnet.com. This site is a great place for you to practice your entrance exam question papers because all the papers along with the detailed PDF solutions are available here for free. You may also download our app. The link is available in the description box. So students, today we'll be solving UGCNET first paper. Paper 1, 7 December 2023, Shift 1, paper. About 50 questions are there in this paper. So let's start with the very first question. Here we go. A very best of luck. Question number 1 to 5, you are going to have this table. So 1 to 5 questions will be based on this table that says, the following table shows a percentage distribution of the number of candidates, that's the boys and the girls, and the number of boys who appeared in an entrance examination from 6 different cities, A to F. A total of 78,000 candidates appeared from all the 6 cities, in which the number of boys were 24,000. Based on the data in this given table, you have to answer the given questions, ask questions. Okay, so city-wise details of the candidates who appeared in the exams are like this. So A, B, C, D, E, F, and the candidates who appeared for the exams, 17%, 13.5, and so on. Similarly, boys who appeared in the exam are given like this. Okay, now the number of girls who appeared from city F. The first question says the number of girls who appeared from city F is approximate dash percentage number of girls who appeared from all the 6 cities together. Okay. First thing, total candidates 78,000, and you have number of boys is given to you. So let's find out the number of girls. Number of girls will be the total candidates minus number of boys. That's equal to 54,000. This is the number of girls. Now, total number of candidates in city F is 26%. Okay. Number of, let's write it over here. Number of candidates from the city F, this is equal to 26% of the total number of candidates, that's 78,000. So this will give you 26 upon 100 into 78,000. On solving, this will give you 20,280. So this is the number of candidates in F. Number of boys from city F, it is 9%. So 9% of this 24,000. This will give you on solving 2160. So number of girls from city F. This will be given by total minus this, that is equal to 20,280 minus 2160, that is equal to 18,120. Now you need to find out the number of girls who appeared from the city F is approximate dash percentage of numbers who appeared from all the cities together. So how many girls appeared for all the cities together? That was this much. These were the number of girls. So required percentage is equal to number of girls from city F, that is equal to this divided by the total number of girls multiplied by 100. That gives you 33.55%. So this is the answer to the question. You have C option as the right answer. Hope you got that. Let's move to the next question. Question number 2 says, same, you have the table is same, and now the question is the number of boys who appeared from city A is dash percent more than that from city B. Again, see the total candidates were 78,000. And boys were 24,000. Correct. Number of candidates from city A is 17% number of candidates from city A is 17% of the total candidates, which is this. That gives you 17 upon 100 into 78,000, or that's 13260, right? So number of boys, that's 23%. Number of boys from city A, that's equal to 23% of the total number of boys, which was 24,000 given in the question. That gives you 5520. Now, it's talking about the city B also. Number of candidates from city B, that is equal to how many? That's 13.5 and this is 20. Okay. So that's equal to 13.5% of the total. That's this number. And this gives you 10,530. Similarly, number of boys from the city B, that was, we just saw, that was equal to 20% of 24,000. That will give you 4,800, right? So the required percentage is equal to, see here, the number of boys who appeared from city A is dash percent more than that from the city B. So the required percentage is 5520 minus 4,800 divided by 4,800 into 100. Okay. So in solving, you will have 15% as the answer. That makes C option as the right answer. Hope you got that. Let's move to the next question. Now, question number 3, same table question is number of girls who appeared from city C is approximately dash percent of the number of candidates who appeared from the city D. Okay, you have the same thing. Number of candidates are given to you 78,000 and this number of boys is given to you 24,000. Now, we are interested in number of candidates from C city. From city C, this is 15% of total candidates. And this will give you 11,700. Similarly, number of boys from the city C, that's 17% of the total boys, which were 24,000. So this will give you 4,080. Now, the number of girls from C city, number of girls from city C, that will be the total one, which was 11,700 minus 4,080, that is equal to 7,620. Now, number of candidates who appeared from city D, number of candidates who appeared from city D, that is equal to 20%. See over here? It's 20% of the total. That is this. That gives you 15,600 candidates appeared from the city D. So your required percentage is equal to number of girls divided by number of candidates from city D multiplied by 100, and this will give you approximately answer as 49%. This is option B. Hope you got that. Let's move to the next question, number 4, same table. Now the question is, what is the difference between the number of boys and the number of girls who appeared in the city in the exam from city E? Okay, so number of, first of all, let's go for difference between number of boys and the number of girls, city E. So find out, let's number of candidates from ECT. So I'm talking about ECT only. Number of candidates is 8.5% of the total number of candidates, which is equal to 78,000. That will give you 6630. And number of boys, that's 21%. So 21% of the total boys, which was 24,000, and this is equal to 5040. And the question is, what is the difference between the number of boys and the number of girls? Let's find out the number of girls. That is equal to total candidates minus the number of boys. That gives you 1590. So required difference, or the difference between the number of boys and the number of girls, is equal to 5040 minus 1590. That gives you 3450. So this is the answer to the question, 3450. Option A. This is the right answer. Hope you got that. Let's move to the next question, number 5. Now, the question is, it is asking what is the total number of girls who appeared from city A. So again, the very simple one. You can find out the number of total candidates and the number of boys, then we can have a reduction between the two, and you will find your answer. Okay. So let's go over here only. So number of candidates for this will be 17% into of 78,000. That will give you 13260. Okay. And the number of boys will be equal to 23% of 24,000, or this will be equal to 5520. Okay. Now, what do you have to find out? What is the total number of girls who appeared in exam from city A? So number of girls will be given by the total candidates minus boys. That is 7740. So this is the answer to the question, 7740. Option D. This is the right answer to the question. Hope you got that. Let's move to the next question. Question number 6. Following Indian universities were modeled on the lines of University of London. Is it Calcutta, Bombay, Madras, Andhra, or Mysore? Choose the correct answer from the options given below. First one. Okay, let's talk about the University of Calcutta first. This is right, actually. The answer is correct for the Calcutta. The University of Calcutta, the University of Bombay, the University of Madras were all modeled on the lines of the University of London. These universities were established in mid 19th century during British colonial period in India. They were modeled on the University of London in terms of their structure, governance, and curriculum. The University of Andhra and the University of Mysore, on the other hand, were established later in the early 20th century. They were influenced by the University of London to some extent, but they also had their own unique features and were not directly modeled on the University of London. So you have first option as the right answer. Hope you understood this. Next is question number 7. It says you, in academic writing, the abbreviation FN dot is used to represent, is it forenoon, footnote, forward page number, or following page number? Well, the right answer is B option, footnote. Footnote, it refers to the explanatory note placed at the bottom of the page. Explanatory note at the bottom of the page. It is used to provide additional information, cite sources, clarify points beyond the main text. FN dot, this acts as a convenient abbreviation within the text to indicate where the reader can find the related footnote. Okay. And if I talk about the forenoon, while this FN dot. This might be used informally to reference a morning period. It would be used to write academic writing. So if I talk about the forward page number or the following page number, these terms wouldn't be abbreviated as FN dot. In academic writing, they would either be written out fully or represented by FP or PN dot respectively if needed. So you have the option as the right answer. Hope you got that. Next is question number 8. So now you have to match the list 1 with list 2. List 1 has your water category and the list 2 has your pH value. So the very first one, normal water. Normal water, this is the water that has a pH of 7. That is your number 4. Pure water, this has a pH of 7. That means neither the water is acidic nor alkaline. Neither the water is acidic or alkaline. So normal water could be found in lakes, rivers, and streams. The second one is your rainwater. Rainwater is the water that has a 5.6. So it will come over here. It has a pH value of 5.6, around between 5 and 6. The rainwater is slightly acidic because it dissolves carbon dioxide from the air. Next is your acid rainwater. So it is going to have an acid pH value which is less than 5. See, acid rain, it is caused by the release of sulfur dioxide, nitrogen oxides into the atmosphere. These pollutants react with water vapors which are present in the atmosphere to form sulfuric and the nitric acid. This, which then fall on the ground as acid rain. Next is your ocean water. Ocean water has a pH of 8.1 around. That means it's greater than 7. Ocean water is slightly alkaline because it contains dissolved salts such as sodium chloride. So you have A goes with 4, B goes with 3, C with 1, and D with 2. So that makes 4, 3, 1, and 2. This is the one. Option B, this is the right answer to the question. Hope you got that. Let's move to the next question. So question number 9 says, consider the number series following. It's 1, 3, 7, 15, 21, 31, and so on. You have to identify over here the question mark. What will come at the place of the question mark? Notice one thing over here from 1 to 3, you're adding a 2, adding a 4, adding a 8, adding a 16. So that means you're moving in the table of 2. Right? That means the next one to be added will be 32. 31 plus 32, it gives you 63. So this is the answer, 63. D option. Hope you got that. Let's move to the next question. Question number 10, given below are two statements. The statement 1 says the non-directive model of teaching nurtures students rather than controlling the sequence of learning. And the statement 2 says in a non-directive model, the teacher's role is that of the facilitator who has counseling relationship with students and who guides their growth and development. Okay, so first statement, non-directive model of teaching nurtures students rather than controlling the sequence of learning. This is absolutely right. The non-directive model of teaching is a student-centered approach that focuses on providing students with the support resources they need to learn from at their own pace and in their own way. Teachers in a non-directive classrooms do not control the sequence of learning or tell students what to learn. Instead, they create a supportive learning environment and provide students with opportunities to explore their interest and learn in a way that is meaningful to them. So the first one is right. Second one is also correct. In a non-directive model of teaching, the teacher's role is that of the facilitator who has counseling relationship with the students and who guides their growth and development. So yes, this is also correct. See, in the non-directive model of teaching, teachers' role is to facilitate learning rather than to direct it. Teachers in non-directive classrooms are not the experts who tell the students what to learn. So instead, they are the facilitators who help the students to learn by providing them with the resources, support, and support to learn, and the guidance also they provide. So teachers in these classrooms also have a counseling relationship with students, which means they are there to support the students' emotional and social development and the academic development as well. So both of them, these statements, they are correct, and option A is the right answer. Hope you understood this. Next is question number 11. It says Alicia has agreed to send Kushi a 20 megabyte file. They both have a broadband internet connection. Alicia has uploaded, Alicia has to upload her file to a server, and then Kushi needs to download it from that server. The broadband data transfer rate speeds are 1 megabit per second to upload a file and 8 megabits per second to download a file. If P and Q represents the time taken in seconds to upload and download Alicia's file respectively, then what is P comma Q? You have to find out PQ only. That's the only thing. See, you are given here that to upload the file, Alicia's computer needs um it has to send the 20 megabytes of data to the server, right? So since the upload speed is given to you as 1 megabit per second, and this is for uploading, and for downloading it is 8 megabits. Let's write it down. So you have 20 megabits of the file. Sorry, it's byte. So you know 1 byte is equal to 8 bits. So that makes it 20 into 8 megabits. And that will be equal to this 160 megabit, and the upload speed was equal to 1 megabit per second. So upload time will be 160, and this, so sorry, upon 1. So this will give me 160 seconds. Okay, now to download a file, Kushi's computer need to receive 20 bytes of the data from the server, and here the download speed was 8 megabits. This was for upload and download. So download time will again be given by 20 megabytes into 8 upon 8, which is the speed, right? And this will be equal to 20 seconds. Therefore, this represents your P and this represents your Q. P comma Q is 160 comma 20. So this is the answer to the question, 160 comma 20. You have the option as the right answer. Hope you got that. Let's move to the next question. Question number 12, a variable that is a causal impact on another variable. Is it a dependent variable, independent variable, confounding variable, or extraneous variable? Let's see the meaning of all of them. The first one, dependent variable. This is a variable which is affected by the changes in the independent variable. This is affected by the changes in the independent variable. It is the outcome you are measuring in an experiment or the observation. Whereas if I talk about the independent variable, this is the variable that is manipulated or controlled by the researcher to see its effect on the dependent variable. To see its effect on the dependent variable. And then the confounding variable, this is the variable that is not controlled by the researcher, but can influence both the independent and the dependent variable, but can affect both dependent and independent variable. Okay. Then is your extraneous variable. This is any variable other than independent or the dependent variable that might affect the results, but researcher cannot control it. Okay. Any other variable than dependent and independent variables that might affect the results, but researcher can't control it. All right, so the right answer to the question is option B. Hope you understood this. Next is question number 13. You are given the two statements. Let's see which one is true and which one is false. So first statement says International Solar Alliance vision. Let us together make the sun brighter. See, this is the vision of statement one. This is the vision of International Solar Alliance, that is ISA. This is an intergovernmental governmental organization that was formed in 2015 by India and France. The ISA's vision is to promote the use of solar energy around the world. So this is correct. Second one, International Solar Alliance, SISA mission. Every home, how far away, will have a light at home. This is also right. This is the mission of ISA. ISA's mission is to ensure that every home in the world has access to electricity, even in the remote area where there is no access to the grid. ISA is working to achieve the mission by providing financial, technical assistance to developing countries to help them adopt the solar energy. So both these statements are true. We have first option as a right answer. Hope you got that. Let's move to the next question. Question number 14, quantitative research can be construed as a research strategy that usually entails a deductive approach to the relationship between theory and research, emphasizes an inductive approach to the relationship between theory and research, rejects the practices and norms of natural scientific model and of positivism in particular, embodies a view of social reality as a constantly shifting emergent property of individuals' creation. Well, the right one is your first option, entails a deductive approach to relationship between theory and the research. Quantitative research is a research strategy that emphasizes on the use of the quantitative data to test hypotheses and theory. Quantitative data is the data that can be measured and analyzed using statistical methods. Quantitative research is often used in social science research such as psychology, sociology, economics, etc. So you have first option as the right answer. Hope you got that. Let's move to the next question, number 50. In which of the colleges European education was imparted through the medium of mother tongue before independence? Mayo College, Ajmer, St. Stephen College, Delhi, St. Xavier's College, Calcutta, or University College, Lahore? Well, the right answer, University College, Lahore. Mayo College, Ajmer. This was established in 1875. It was a British-run public school that provided education to the sons of Indian princes and other allies. The medium of instruction over here was English. The second one, St. Stephen College, Delhi, it was formed in 1881. It was a Christian missionary college. Affiliated to the University of Delhi, the medium of instruction here was also English. Then you have the St. Xavier's College, Calcutta. This was established in 1860. It was a Jesuit run affiliated with the University of Calcutta. The medium here was also English, and the last one, the University College Lahore, it was formed in 1864. It was a governmental run college affiliated with the University of Punjab. It was the first college in India where European education was imparted through medium of mother tongue Urdu. You have the option. This is the right answer to the question. Hope you got that. Next is 16th question. Given below are two statements. First one says Buddhists consider the language of communication as a divine gift. And the second one says Buddhist. Okay, let's talk about the first one first. So the first statement, Buddhists consider the language of communication as a divine gift. This is wrong. Buddhists do not consider the language of communication as a divine gift. They believe that language is a human creation that was evolved over time through social interaction and the cultural exchange. Second statement, Buddhists are of the view that the language of communication evolves around to social context and conditions. This one is true. Buddhists believe that the language of communication evolves around the social context and conditions. They recognize that the language is a fluid and dynamic system that is shaped by the social, cultural, historical context in which it is used. So you have the first statement is false and the second statement is true. That is option B is the correct answer to the question. Hope you got that. Let's move to the next question. Question number 17, which are the following are the examples of the explicit meta communication, silent remorse, avoidance of eye contact, apologies, excuses, explanations. We have to find out the correct answers out of these. Okay, let's see. First of all, you have silence of remorse. See, explicit meta communications. What is this? This involves directly stating your thoughts, feelings, intentions, about the communication itself. It uses clear and unambiguous language to clarify your message and prevent misunderstanding. Silent remorse, the first one. This can be interpreted in many ways and does not explicitly communicate your feelings or intentions. So it falls under the non-verbal communication. This is not the answer. Avoiding of the eye contact, similar to the silent remorse. This is a non-verbal cue that could have different meanings depending on the context. So it's not explicit communication, and you have the apologies. These directly address a mistake or offense. So making them explicit meta communications. Then you have the excuses. Same. This is also a way to justify or explain your action. This is also meta communication, explicit meta communication, and explanations. They clarify your reasoning, intentions, directly falling under explicit meta communication. So you have C, D, E as the right ones. Here you have option C as the right answer. Hope you got that. Next is question number 18. Leachates are resistant organic pollutants, algae found in eutrophic lakes, ozone-depleting substances, or contaminated liquid draining from landfills. Well, the right answer is this contaminated liquid draining landfills. Leachates are indeed contaminated liquids that drain from the landfills as the rainwater or other liquids proliferate through the waste in the landfills. They dissolve various harmful substances, including heavy metals, organic compounds, nutrients, etc. This contaminated liquid collects at the bottom of the landfill and is known as leachates. Persistence organic pollutants, that's your POPs. They are a specific group of organic chemicals that are resistant to degradation, bioaccumulate in the living organisms, and have harmful effects on health and the environment. Then you have algae, which is found on the eutrophic these lakes. So, see, they are the consequence of excessive nutrient pollution in the water. And the ozone depleting substances, that is your ODS. They are the chemicals that contribute to the depletion of the ozone layer in the stratosphere. Leachate is all not known as to contain these type of chemicals. So you have D option. Therefore, based on the definition, description, the most accurate answer is the option D. Hope you understood this. Next is question number 19 from the communication viewpoint. A comparatively predictable situation is considered to have less fidelity, negentropy, fluidity, less sensitivity. Well, the right answer to the question is option B, negentropy. From a communication viewpoint, a completely predictable situation is considered to have negentropy. It's a measure of the order of predictability of a system. Measure of order of predictability of the system. A system with high negentropy is highly predictable, while a system with low negentropy is less predictable. In a completely predictable situation, the outcome is also known known in advance. There is no uncertainty and ambiguity. This means the situation has high negentropy. You have B option as the right answer. Hope you got that. See, if I talk about the first one, less fidelity. Fidelity refers to the accuracy or the faithfulness of the communication. It's not related to the predictability of a situation. Then you have the fluidity. It refers to the ease with which a communication can be changed or adapted. It's not related to the predictability of the situation. Again, less sensitivity refers to the ability of the communication to evoke a response. It's not related to predictability again. So you have option B as the right answer. Hope you got that. Let's move to the next one. Question number 20, a train running at a speed of 90 kilometers per hour starts slowing down at a constant rate, decrease in the speed of 2.5 meters per second square. What is the distance covered by the train before it comes to a halt? So the train is initially moving at the speed of 90 kilometers per hour, and we need to convert first of all this in the meters per second. 90 kilometers per hour. Let's convert that into meters per second. So that will be 5 upon 8 multiplied with 5 on 8, and let's give you 25. This is 525 meters per second. Now, train slows down at with a decrease in speed of 22.5 meters per second square. So now we can use the third equation of motion to calculate the distance using third equation of motion to calculate the distance covered by the train before it comes to a halt. And that is this. V square is equal to U square plus 2AS. This is your final speed or velocity. U is initial, A is acceleration. And S is your distance covered, right? So it comes to a halt. That means the final velocity is 0. Initial velocity is, we just calculated, that was equal to 25 meters per second. Acceleration, you are given this is minus because it is retardation. So acceleration is 2.5 per meter, meter per second square. Okay, let's use this formula. So you have U is equal to 0 is equal to 25 square plus minus 2.5 into 2 into S, or that will be 5 S is equal to 25 square, or the distance will be 125 meters. That's it. You have D option as the correct answer. Hope you got that. Let's move to the next question, number 21. A computer uses RAM and ROM to store data. Which of the following statements describe ROM are true? It says, number 1, it stores the programs and data that are currently in use. No, ROM, this is your read-only memory. And it's a type of memory in the computer system that stores programs and data that are permanently stored on the chip. That you, whenever you start your computer, all the programs that are listed in the ROM start up. Okay, this is a non-volatile That means the content do not go away even after switching off the computer. Okay. So, okay. So that means first one, this is wrong. The second one, it is used to boot up the computer when it is turned on. Yes, that's what I told you. ROM contains all the instructions that are needed to run a computer. So whenever you start the computer, all the instructions that are written down in the ROM, they are brought into the memory. Next, C option, it says, so C, B is right. Its contents are retained when the power is turned off. Yes, this is what I told you. It's a non-volatile type of memory. So the contents remain there whenever, even the computer is turned off. So this is right. That means you have B and C as the right answer. Option D is the correct answer to the question. Hope you got that. Let's move to the next question. Question number 22, in a Charlotte Danielson's framework for teaching, the domain of planning and preparation has the following components. Number A, organizing physical space in classroom, setting instructional outcomes, designing students' assessments, demonstrating knowledge of content and pedagogy, and demonstrating knowledge of resources. Well, Charlotte Danielson's framework for teaching is a widely used tool for evaluating teachers' effectiveness. The framework consists four main domains, that is planning and preparation, classroom environment, instruction, and professional responsibilities. So the domain of planning and preparation, it has again five components, that is demonstrating knowledge of content and pedagogy, planning of instructions, planning for instructions, setting instructional outcomes, designing student assessments, organizing physical space, demonstrating knowledge of resources. Therefore, the correct answer to the question is B, C, D, E only. You have option C as the right answer. Hope we got that. Let's move to the next question. Question number 23 says, given below are two statements. First statement, the rating system of higher educational institutions followed in India doesn't touch the structural diversity of such institutions. Well, there is evidence to suggest that the current rating system for higher educational institutions in India, primarily the National Institutional Ranking Framework, that is your NIR, focuses heavily on the parameters of like research output, faculty publications, infrastructure, potentially overlooking the diverse structures and missions of different institutions. These may include your specialized colleges, community colleges, vocational training centers, each with unique approaches and goals. So that means you have the first statement as the correct one. And the second says a universal and holistic rating system is not feasible in India. Well, implementing a single, universal, completely holistic ranking system for all types of higher educational institutions in India might be challenging due to sheer diversity of the system. So considerations like regional variations, institutional focuses, diverse student populations create complexities that might not be effectively captured by a single set of metrics. Okay, so see, while several attempts have been made to expand the scope of this NRIF to include different types of institutions concerned about its ability to truly capture the structural diversity remain. So the second one is wrong and the first one is true. You have C option as the right answer. Hope you got that. Let's move to the next question, number 24. Which of the following propositions are so related that they cannot both be false, although they may be true? They both may be true as per square of opposition. Okay, so let's keep in your mind the square of proposition. See, before discussing all the options, the square of opposition, what is that? It's a diagram that shows relationships between four types of relationships. shift between four types of propositions. First one, A, all S is P, RP, and no, S is P, and you have I and you have O. Some S is P and some S is not P. Okay. See, A and E, they are contradictions, which means that they both can't be true at the same time, but they can both be false at the same time. Propositions I and O are your subcontraries, which means that they both can be false, but they both can be true. In the case of this question, it says some keys are monkeys, all apes are monkeys, some apes are not monkeys, and no apes are monkeys. So looking at these square of the opposition rule, I think A and some apes are monkey and no apes are monkey. There's two, A and uh, no, all apes are monkeys. And some apes are not monkeys. Wait. Some apes are monkeys and some apes are not monkeys. Yeah, these two, this is the right answer to the question. Option, this is C. Right? Hope you got that. Let's move to the next question. Question number 25, given below are two statements. The first statement, exposure to mercury can be either through food chain or in the workplace. Yeah, this is true. Exposure to mercury can occur through the food chain, that is by consuming fish, for example, or that may have accumulated mercury through water on the workspace, that is by inhaling mercury vapors in the industrial setting. So this is right. The second one, the second option, poisoning by inorganic mercury, particularly vapors, result in the damage to the central nervous system. So this is also correct. Both the statements are correct. Poisoning by the inorganic mercury, it results in the damage of the central nervous system. Inorganic mercury, particularly in the form of vapors, can cause the damage to the central nervous system. This can manifest as a range of neurological symptoms like tremors, impaired coordination, cognitive defects, etc. So you have both of them as true. First option is the right answer to the question. Hope you understood this. Next is question number 26. So there is a list A, list 1, internet term, and the list 2 contains its definition. You have to match them. Let's see. So the first one is option, not option, the first one A, HTTP. What's an HTTP? This represents or this stands for Hypertext Transfer Protocol. It is a main protocol that governs the transmission of data using the internet. When you visit a website, your browser sends an HTTP request. You would have always seen this. Request to the web server. The web server then sends an HTTP response back to your browser, which includes the HTML code for the website. Okay. So this matches option, okay, B, the main protocol that governs the transmission of data using the internet. The number 2, URL, Universal Uniform Resource Locator. Uniform Resource Locator. It is the address of a specific page on the internet. When you type a URL into your browser's address bar, the browser sends an HTTP request to the web server at that address. So this matches with the fourth one. Okay, now the C1, MAC address. MAC address stands for Media Access Control Address. Media Access Control Address. It is a unique address given to a device on the network. The MAC address is typically assigned by the manufacturer of the device. And then, okay, then that matches with the first option. Now, the IP address. IP address is Internet Protocol address. Internet Protocol address. It's an address given to each device on the network. The IP address is used to identify the device on the network and to route traffic to and from the device. So this one matches with option 3. Okay, so let's see. A matches with 2 and B with 4, C with 1, D with 3. That's first choice. Option A is the right answer to the question. Hope you got that. Next, move to the next question, number 27. Given below are two statements. The first one says, qualitative research lays emphasis on the contextual understanding. See, this is right. Qualitative research emphasizes contextual understanding. This means that qualitative researchers seek to understand the phenomena, but they are studying with the social and the cultural context. They use methods such as interviews, observations, document analysis to collect data that is rich in detail and its meaning. Second one. So first is right one. The second one, quantitative research is typically highly unstructured. See, quantitative research, this is actually highly structured. This is the opposite of it. This means that the quantitative researchers use standardized methods to collect data that can be quantified and analyzed statistically. They use methods such as surveys, experiments, and content analysis to collect data that is objective and generalizable. Okay, so the second one is wrong and the first one is correct. And yeah, you have C option. This is the right answer to the question. Hope you got that. Let's move to the next question. Question number 28. A teacher wants to assess the student's performance and wants to give immediate feedback. Which software will you select for the assessment? Kahoot, Plotagon, Screencast-O-Matic, or Animaker, or Quizzes? So you have to choose a select a right answer for this question. Well, the right answer to this question is one of them is Kahoot, and then you have the quizzes also. See, the best software for a teacher who wants to assess students' performance and give immediate feedback are both of these. If I talk about Kahoot, this is interactive quiz platform for teachers to create engaging real-time quizzes with multiple choice, true, false, open-ended questions. Students can answer individually or complete in teams. Results are displayed instantly, providing immediate feedback on their understanding through Kahoot. And the quizzes, the online assessment platform, offers various question types, including multiple choice, matching, open-ended, and even polls. Students receive instant feedback after submitting their answers, allowing the teacher to address misunderstandings quickly and reinforce the learning. If I talk about the Plotagon, this animation creation software isn't designed for assessment. While it could be used for presentations, explanations, doesn't offer real-time feedback functionalities. Also, if I talk about the Screencast-O-Matic, this screen recording tool allows capturing presentations or tutorials, but is not specifically for assessments and lacks features for the immediate feedback. And the Animaker, as the name suggests, this is an animation platform similar to Plotagon. Plotagon, and it focuses on creating animated videos, doesn't provide assessment capabilities with immediate feedback. So you have option A and E as the right answer. Hope you got that. Let's move to the next question. Question number 29. Identify the correct order of terms A to E to complete the following paragraph about the computer devices and technology. First one, and dash allows a user to write on surface using a pen, inkjet, interactive whiteboard, laser, rotating, or thermal bubble. Well, of course, it's interactive like we are using it right now. It's the interactive whiteboard. An interactive whiteboard allows the user to write on the surface using a pen. For example, right now I'm doing the same. And the text and drawings can then be captured and stored for later use. And dash printer produces a hard copy of the document. See, over here, there is the inkjet printer, there may be the laser printer. So I am having two printers over there. And over here. If I read it further, it says, and Dash printer produces a hard copy of the document using Dash and piezoelectric technology. So this is definitely an inkjet printer, because inkjet printer, that's your first option, produces a hard copy of the document using thermal bubble and piezoelectric technology. Uh, Dash printer uses a drum. Yes, of course, this is a inkjet. This is a laser printer, because laser printer uses a drum. And the positive negative charges, this is the technology for the laser printer to produce hard copy of the document. So here you have, here is a laser printer. This was B, this was A, and here was your E. Here is your C. And a laser printer uses a dash drum, a rotating drum. So here you have D. So the correct sequence B, A, E, C, and D. This is B option. This is the right answer to the question. Hope you understood this. Let's move to the next question. Okay, if I talk in detail about all of these options, look, what is an interactive whiteboard? You know that you might have used that a number of places for your online classes as well. And the inkjet printer. Over here, this inkjet printer, this is a type of printer which produces hard copy of the documents by spraying tiny droplets of ink onto the paper. Thermal bubble, this one, the E part. This thermal bubble technology is a method which is used in the inkjet printers to heat the ink within the print head and creating bubbles that propel the ink onto the paper. Okay, and then the laser printer. This is a printer which produces high quality text and graphics by using laser beam to create electrostatic image on the rotating drum. And the rotating drum, see here the drum rotates, so this is related to that. We have option B as the right answer to this question. Hope you understood this. Next is question number 30. The policy on higher education during the 8th five-year plan was to encourage expansion of public sector, involvement of private sector, establishment of foreign campuses, and entry of the foreign universities. Well, the right answer to the question, involvement of the private sector. The 85th year plan, which came in 1992 to 1997, the eighth five-year plan of India focused on the expansion and improvement of the higher education. One of the key objectives of the plan was to encourage the involvement of the private sector in the higher education. This was seen as a way to increase the capacity of the higher education system and to provide more choices to the students. So we have B option as the right answer. If I talk about the expansion of the public sector, the 8th five-year plan did not focus on the expansion of the public sector in higher education, establishment of foreign campuses. It also, the 8th five-year plan didn't mention the establishment of the foreign campuses on India. Entry of the foreign universities, this plan again didn't mention any of these. Next is question number 31. It's mathematical question. The sum of 10,000 is invested at the rate of interest 8% per annum compounded half yearly. What will be the maturity amount in 1.5 years? So let's write down. First of all, the principal is given to you. It's 10,000 rupees. The rate 8%. Time is 1.5. That is equal to 3 by 2 years. Also, it's compounded half yearly. So that's compounded half yearly. And this formula is given by, this is a maturity amount. This is equal to P 1 plus R upon 100 raised to the power 2n. This 200 over here, because this is compounded half yearly. So here will be 200. Okay. Now, you have to find out maturity amount. This is equal to 10,000, 1 plus rate, which was equal to 8 upon 200 raised to power 3 by 2 into R. This will be 1,000, 10,000 into that will be 4. And this will be 26 by 25 raised to the power 3. This will give you 26 upon 25 like this. Okay, or better, I think, yeah, you have to go with the multiplications only. See, this will approximately be equal to 1, this is equal to 1.04. And let's write it, this will be easier one to go with. So that means its value is very much near to 1000, 10,000. Okay, you will solve this and you will get the answer as 11,248.664 rupees. That's your approximate answer. So let's find out the one nearest to it. It is this one, first option. Okay, hope you understood this. Let's move to the next question, number 32. The concept of framing is used to tailor political issue in election campaigns as a part of communication strategy by media, audience, security agencies, election commission, or the spin doctors. Well, the right answer is spin doctors, option D. Framing a communication strategy that involves presenting information in a way that influences how people think about and respond to an issue in context of election campaigns. Spin doctors use framings to tailor political issues in a way that is most favorable to their candidate or party. Spin doctors are individuals who are hired by who are individuals who are hired by the political candidates or parties to manage their public image. Public image and media relations. They use a variety of communication strategies, including framing, influencing public opinion, shaping the media coverage of the candidate or the party. If I talk about the media audience, this media audience is not responsible for framing political issues in campaigns. And the security agencies, also election commission, is responsible for overseeing the elections and ensuring that they are conducted fairly. It doesn't frame the political issues in the campaign, in the election campaigns. So you have the option. This is the right answer to the question. Hope you understood this. Let's move to the next question. Question number 33. Which of the following subjects were taught by the University of Navadvip in ancient India? Archaeology, physics, logic, literature, or tantra? Which of the following options is correct? Well, the right answer is logic, literature, and tantra. That is CDE. See, the University of Navadvip was a renowned center of learning in ancient India. It was established in the 12th century and flourished over the coming centuries. The university was known for its teaching in a wide range of subjects that included logic or Nyaya, literature, which was also known as Sahitya, and Tantra. Archaeology and physics, they are not the topics of the University of Navadvip. So you have a CDE, that is C option. This is the right answer to the question. Hope you got that. Let's move to the next question, number 34. Which of the following are identified as roles of non-verbal communication in relation to verbal communication? Is it accentuation, supervision, repetition, substitution, or contradiction? Well, the right answer, if I talk about the first one, that is accentuation, non-verbal cues like facial expressions, gestures, tones of the voice can emphasize the meaning of the spoken word, making them more impactful. So this is right. The second one, repetition. See, non-verbal cues can repeat the message conveyed through words, reinforcing understanding and the memory. So that's not the right one. Repetition. Sorry, the supervision, this is the right one. Repetition is right one, and the supervision, the second one. Supervision, no, this is supervision. This isn't typically a recognized role of the non-verbal communication in relation to verbal communication. So supervision is incorrect. Repetition is the correct one. And if I move to the next one, that's substitutions. In some cases, non-verbal communication can completely replace the verbal communication through emotions, attitudes, messages without the spoken words. So this is also one of the right ones. Then you have your contradictions. Yes, of course. Sometimes non-verbal cues can contradict the meaning of the spoken words, creating confusion, expressing hidden feelings. So you have, I think only the supervision one is wrong, rest all are correct. A, C, D, E. You have option B as the right answer. A, C, sorry, not B. It is A, C, D, E. Option C, this is the right answer to the question. Hope you got that. Next is question number 35. The learning in which a new behavior is acquired but is not demonstrated through reinforcement is provided is known as observational learning, social learning, latent learning, or the moral learning. Well, it is known as latent learning. Latent learning refers to the acquisition of knowledge or skills that are not immediately demonstrated or expressed, but become evident when there is an incentive or motivation to do so. So, this is the right answer to the question. C option. If I talk about the rest, the observational learning, this involves acquiring new behaviors by observing and intimating others, but often leads to immediate demonstration of the learned behavior. Social learning. This is a broader term encompassing various ways individuals learn through social interaction, including observational learning, but it doesn't specifically focus on the delayed demonstration of the acquired knowledge. And the last one, the moral learning. This refers to the development of the moral values and behavior, which may involve elements of latent learning, but not exactly the same. It's not exactly same to that. Okay. So the key aspect of latent learning is the absence of immediate behavioral change despite acquiring knowledge or skill. This behavior means latent until reinforcement of or a specific situation triggers its demonstration. So option C, this is the right answer to the question. Hope you got that. Next is question number 36. So you again to have two statements. Let's read and see which is right and wrong. First statement, an output device that creates an object by building layer upon layer of material is called 3D printer. It is widely used in CAD applications. Yes, that's absolutely right. Uh, See, a 3D printer. This is an output device that creates an object by building layer upon layer of the material. It's widely used in computer-aided design. That's your CAD, computer-aided design applications, where it is used to create prototypes and models. So first one is wrong, right? And the second, laptops can be used even when not plugged into the electricity socket. That's true. You know that you must be using your laptops, and you know you can charge your laptop, keep it on side, and use whenever you want. So both the statements are true. Option A, this is the right answer. Hope you understood. Next is 37th question. It is obvious that this world was created by an intelligent God, just like the amazing degree of authorization that word displays. Which fallacy is committed in this argument? Is it fallacy of composition, begging the question, straw man, or false cause? See the argument, if you look at this one, it is obvious that the word was created by an intelligent God. Just look at the amazing degree of organization that the word displays. It commits the fallacy of begging the question. This fallacy occurs when the conclusion of an argument is assumed one of the premises. In this case, the premise, just look at the amazing degree of organization that the word displays. This is assuming the word was created by an intelligent bot. This is same as the conclusion of the argument. So the argument is circular, doesn't provide any real evidence to support its claim. So we have the option as the right answer. Okay. And if I talk about the fallacy of composition, this fallacy occurs when the properties of the parts of the whole are assumed to be same as the properties of the whole. It's not committed in the given argument. Then you have the straw man. Straw man occurs, this fallacy occurs when the argument is misinterpreted, so it is easier to attack. It is not committed in the given argument. Then you have the false cause. This fallacy occurs when an event is assumed to be the cause of another event if, without sufficient evidence. This is not committed in the given argument. Also, you have B option as the right answer. Hope you got that. Next is 38th question. Again, two statements. First one. It says, as per Dewey's vision of learning, learners should demonstrate their knowledge through creativity and collaboration. This is right. According to Dewey's vision, a vision of learning, learners should demonstrate their knowledge and creativity, knowledge through creativity and collaboration. He believed that learning is an active and social process. Learners learn the best by doing and by interacting with others. So this statement is right. Second statement. According to Piaget, learning is independent of the developmental stages of learner. No, that's wrong. This second statement is wrong because according to Piaget, learning is not independent of the developmental stages of the learner. So it is, wait, it is not independent. Okay. So yes, you have first one is correct and the second one is incorrect. You have the C option as the right answer to the question. Hope you understood this. Next is the 39th question. As per the square of opposition, I hope you know that what is square of opposition. You have four propositions over here. We'll discuss that. First of all, let's read the question. As per the square of opposition, the statement some birds are apes is given as false, and which of the following statements can be immediately inferred to be true? According to the square of opposition, this is a diagram that shows relationship between four types of propositions. The A1, it is all S is B. The second no S is B. That's given by E. Then you have I and O. Some S is B. Some S is not B. Okay, so propositions A and E are the contradictions. You can see that, which means they cannot both be true, but they can both be false. Propositions I and O are subcontraries, which means they both cannot be false, but they can be true. In this case, the given statement, some birds are apes, this means that the contradictory statements are no birds are apes, right? This means that the contradictory statement, no birds are apes, must be true. Additionally, the subcontrary statement, all birds are not apes, this also must be true. So, because it cannot be false if some birds are apes. So that means both of them are true. C and D, option A. Option A is the right answer to the question. Hope you got that. Let's move to the next question, number 40. Okay, so now you're having a series over here and you need to find out what will come at the place of the question mark. Let's see the series carefully. So here you have A, A, B, D, C, I, and D, B. And then what? So you're noticing one thing, here you're moving like A, B, C, D. Of course, the next one will be E. Okay. So next one, if I move from B to D, I'm adding a 3, like A is at 1, D is at 4th position. And then you have from here to here, I is at 9th position. So I'm having a +5 over here. And P is 16th, yes, element of P, yes, 16 and P is at 16th position. So here you're having a +7. So you're noticing one thing, 3, 5, 7. Then of course the next one will be +9, 16 plus 9, you have a 25. And the 25 position is held by Y. So EY is the right answer. C option, this is the right answer to the question. Hope you understood this. Let's move to the next question. So question number 41 says, given below are two statements. One is assertion, another is reason. You have to find out the correct pair of the given options. You know how this goes, assertion and reasoning. So the assertion says, as per the classical Indian view of logic, the argument sound is quality because it is visible, is fallacious. Is this assertion true? Yes, this is true. This is a true assertion. Sound is quality because it is visible. This is fallacious because according to the classical Indian view of logic, the middle term visible cannot be very nature be present in the minor term sound. In other words, it's impossible for something to be both sound and visible. Okay, so this is right. Assertion is correct. And then let's go for the reason. It says, as per the classical Indian view of logic, sound is quality because it is visible, involves a middle term that cannot be. Yes, that's also true. So this reason is the correct explanation of the assertion. Okay. See, according to the classical Indian view of logic, middle term is a syllogism, which must be able to present in both major and minor terms. In this case, however, the middle term that is visible, right? It cannot present in the minor term sound, but because sound is not visible. Therefore, the argument is fallacious because it violates one of the basic rules of logic. Hence, both are correct, and the reason is the correct explanation of the assertion. Hope you understood this. Next is 42nd question. Which of the following statements are logically equivalent? Some apes are not monkeys. Some monkeys are not apes. Some monkeys are apes. And some apes are monkeys. What do you think the right answer to the question is? Okay. See, logically, you have to see the whole question logically. So first one, some apes are not monkeys. This means that at least one ape exists that is not classified as a monkey, right? At least. That is not a monkey. Then some monkeys are not apes. This means that at least one monkey exists that is not classified as one monkey. At least that is not classified as an ape. Some monkeys are apes. This directly claims that some monkeys are apes and some apes are monkeys. Again, the same thing. See the logical equivalence. These statements are equivalent. All of them, in my thought, they are equivalent because they all convey the same information about the potential overlap between the monkeys and the apes. While the statements C and D explicitly express overlap because it is saying some monkeys are apes, then obviously some apes are monkeys, obviously, right? Whereas your A and B option, they do so by negating that non-apes and non-monkeys. Okay, so that means I think all the four statements, they are logically equivalent, meaning they share the same truth under any interpretation of the category of the apes and monkeys. So all the four option D is the right answer. Hope you got that. Let's move to the next question. Question number 43, the mean and standard deviation of 75 observations is 45 and 10 respectively. If 2 is added to each observation, the new mean and the standard deviation will be. We're having two things, mean and standard deviation. Okay, so first thing you are having mean as 45, the observations is 75. And the standard deviation that is equal to 10. Correct. Now, if 2 is added to each observations, how will increase? The mean will see if I'm adding 2 to each observation, right? So that means the new mean will also be increased by 2. Let's say new mean. That will be increased by 2 because each and every term is increased by 2. Correct? Now, if I talk about the standard deviation, what do you mean by that? It's a measure of how spread out the data is, how much the data is deviating from the mean value or the median value. Fine. Now, after adding 2 to each observation, it will not change how spread the data is, because each and every quantity will increase by 2. This will also increase by 2. This will also increase. Each and every quantity will increase by 2. So that means this is what I've told you about the standard deviation, how spread the data is. The data will remain the same spread out because 2 will be added to each and every observation. Okay. So that means the new standard deviation will also be 10. Okay, so new standard deviation is 10 and that's 47. You have C option. This is the right answer to the question. It was pretty easy question. Actually, it was nothing to be solved in the question. It was logical, purely. Got it? Next, question number 44. You have two statements. Again, you have to see the right and the wrong one. The first statement, Kyoto Protocol only binds developed countries and places heavier burden on them. This is true. The Kyoto Protocol is an international treaty that commits developed countries to reduce their greenhouse gas emissions. Developing countries are not bound by the treaty, and developed countries have different targets for emission reductions. Therefore, Kyoto Protocol doesn't bind only the developed countries and places a heavier burden on them. This is right. Second one, the statement 2. Kyoto Protocol has nothing to do with the United Nations Framework Convention on Climate Change, that is UNFCCC. This is false. See, Kyoto Protocol is directly related to UNFCCC. This UNFCCC is an international treaty that sets up a framework for international cooperation to combat climate change. This protocol is one of the protocols that have been adopted under UNFCCC. So the second one is wrong. The first one is correct. You have C option. This is the right answer to the question. Hope you got that. Next is 45 question. In an organization, there are a total of 40 students consisting of 5 executive officers, 15 senior staff, 20 junior staff. Monthly salary of the executive officer, senior staff, junior staff are this, and this respectively. What is the average salary of an employee of the organization? See, the total number of employees are 40. Let's write down. Total are 40. Executive officers are 5. Senior staff 15. Junior staff is 20. Now the monthly salaries are also given for the executive officer. You have 2,50,000. The senior staff you have 80 and the junior staff 45,000, right? Now what do you have to find out? Average salary of an employee in the organization. See, average, this is given by the total salary divided by the number of staff or number of employees. The number of employees already. So let's find out the total salary first. Or let's go with directly, right? Entrance exam, so short of time. So average is given by total salary divided by number of employees. So total salary is 5 into 2,50,000. 15 into this, 80,000. And 20 into 45,000 divided by a total of 40 employees. Correct. And this will give me, on solving, it will be 12,50,000. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. And this is 12 lakh and 9 lakh. Okay. That gives you a total of 33,50,000. This is the total salary. Okay, I have to find out the average. So that was divided by 40. This is divided by 40. And after the division of both of them, you will get the answer as 83,750 rupees. So 83,750. This is option D. Hope you understood that. Let's move to the next question. Question number 46. So now you're having 46 to 50. There are 5 questions left in this particular paper, and now they will be based on this paragraph. Read the paragraph very carefully, and because all the 5 questions will be based on this only. So five, in a way, you have 5 questions, one base. Let's go. Read the passage and answer. India became the first country to land near the moon's uncharted south pole region at 6:03 p.m. after 18 nail-biting minutes of descent ended in a perfect countdown, offering irrefutable evidence of the astronomical abilities and the galactic ambitions of nation that on Wednesday announced itself as one of the world's foremost space powers. Chandrayaan-3's touchdown, which completed an extraordinary arc of decades of scientific perseverance, also opened new vistas for the country's space program in the lucrative market of space exploration and commerce. India is on moon. S. Somnath, chief of Indian Space Research Organization ISRO, said as the Chandrayaan-3 lander Vikram with Pragyan rover contained within made a safe and soft landing on the moon. The watershed movement came mere days after Russia's space veteran crashed its mooncraft while attempting to reach the same territory. At an estimated budget of 75 million, Chandrayaan 3 was billed at a fraction of the cost of, this is bit of cost of, no, yeah, this is cost of not only previous American lunar missions, but also the summer cinema blockbusters Oppenheimer and Barbie. The Russian Luna 25 had costed $200 million. Over here, this is actually out of the line. Okay, yeah. So the Russian Luna had a cost of $200 million. Yes, over here had a cost of $200 million. And this is a victory cry for New India, said Prime Minister Narendra Modi, waving the Indian flag as he watched the landing from South Africa. Beaming scientists, officials burst into applause and hugged each other in joy at ISRO's Mission Operations Complex at Bangalore. Vikram lander finally came to a rest on the rugged lunar terrain after 18 minutes that pushed millions of Indians on the edges of their seats. So let's read the very first question from here. Okay, now it was very easy because you have read it all. Now, statement 1, Chandrayaan-3 success was a result of years of scientific efforts. Okay, and the statement 2 says the Russia's Luna 25 landed on the moon minutes after Chandrayaan-3. The first statement is right. Chandrayaan-3 success was a result of years of scientific efforts. If you can see it from here, Chandrayaan-3's touchdown, which completed in an extraordinary arc of decades of scientific perseverance, also opened new vistas for the country's space program in the lucrative market of space exploration and commerce. So this is true, but the second one, Russia's Luna 25 landed on the moon minutes after Chandrayaan-3. This is wrong because we just read it over here that it was crashed in its mooncraft while attempting, because wait, it was said over here, it was somewhere over here that Russia's said over here the watershed movement came. Yes, the watershed movement came years after Russia, a space veteran, crashed its mooncraft while attempting to reach the same territory. So the first one is correct and the second one is wrong. And yes, C option. This is the right answer to the question. Hope you got that. Next is question number 47. Now, the question is, the words India is on the moon were spoken by, yes, it was spoken by our Prime Minister, Mr. Narendra Modi. So, said the victory is a cry for new India. So, India is on the moon. India is on the moon. This is said by S. Somnath, the chief of ISRO. Okay, so this is the right answer, the chief of ISRO. Option C. You can see it from here. India is on the moon. It was a word. These were the words by S. Somnath, the chief of Indian Space Research Organization, that is ISRO. And Mr. Narendra Modi, this is a victory cry for New India. These were his words. Hope you got that. Next is 48th question. Now, 48th question says, which of the following represents the estimated cost of building Chandrayaan 3? It is already told over here, an estimated budget of, yeah, it's saying an estimated budget of 75 million Chandrayaan 3 was built on. So this is $75 million. D option. These type of questions, they are really fast to go, and it's 5 questions or bonus for you. 49th question, the next one. It asks you in the question now, the success of India's moon mission is significant because it will make India a manufacturing hub. What do you think? Okay. See, the first one, the Making India Manufacturing Hub, this has no relationship with the Chandrayaan launching on the moon. The B option, it says it has made India one of the world's foremost space powers. Yes, India has become the first country. It is told in the passage also, India has become the first country to land near the moon's uncharted region pole at this and this time. So all these things, they tell you that it has made India as one of the world's foremost space powers. Second one, it has opened new avenues for the India's space exploration. Yes, Chandrayaan 3's touchdown, which completed an extraordinary arc of decades of space perseverance, also opened new vistas for the country's program in lucrative market of the space exploration and commerce. This supports the C part. Now, B part, it has opened new vistas in the lucrative market of space exploration and commerce. So yeah, that's the same one. We just read it over here. So B, C, D, this is correct. And first option, this is the right answer to the question. Hope you got that. Now let's move towards the last question of this paper. India became the first country in the world to land on the moon. No, we were not the first ones to land on the moon. Land a man on the moon, not again. Land near the South Pole. Yes, we were the first one to land near the South Pole of the moon. This is surely the right one because we already know that India became the first country who landed on the South Pole region of the moon. This is right. And orbit of the moon, no, we were not the first one. And this also, C option, this is the right answer to the question. So students, with that, we have completed all the 50 questions of this paper. Hope you have understood it well. And don't forget to visit our website, www.examsnet.com. This site is a great place for you to practice all your entrance exam question papers with the detailed PDF solutions for free. You may also download our app. The link is available in the description box for a better preparation. So students, a very best of luck. Keep shining, keep rising high. That's all for this paper. A very best of luck. Bye.